insanely difficult to find work when you don't have transportation. I'm doing what I can, and I'm tired of being told I'm not.
Where's the money for last month?
I don't have any.
So why shouldn't I send you to jail?
This is ridiculous.
Mr. Morales, I don't want to hear any more excuses. It does not matter what your feelings are. So I need you to grow a pair and get a job.
This is a contempt hearing, which means the defendant is already on thin ice. He hasn't had a job in a year, but as soon as he has his surgery, he'll have a job lined up next Monday. But wait, he's already had that surgery. When timelines don't match up with excuses, Judge Hesselink's patience runs out fast, and he makes it clear this isn't about feelings, fairness, or effort. It's about obligation or jail. Let's roll, nerds.
All right, I do see Mr. Morales is with us. Ms. Spillane, is this your matter?
Yes, sir, it is.
Can you update me on this file, please?
Absolutely. So this matter was adjourned from November 5th to address contempt based on the defendant not making diligent effort to make payments and not making a diligent effort to obtain employment. You had advised him if he paid $850 before today that we could cancel the hearing. However, we have not received any payments since the hearing and no updates on any employment.
Mr. Morales.
Yes,
Are you employed?
I'm not right now.
Why not?
I'm looking for work. I lost my license earlier this year, and that really limited my transportation. Like, I was basically limited to jobs that I could walk to and from, and that was very far and few. Since my last court date, though, there have been a couple of things that came up. I had an interview, and I've been working with Northern Staffing, temp agency in Petoskey, and they have a position it's called SimTech in Boyne City. It's a factory they want me to start at. As of right now, I just had a surgery a few days ago, so I'm recovering from that. It limited my mobility a little bit, but as soon as I've recovered from that, they said I should be able to start at this position.
How are you going to get there?
It's pretty close, and there's a certain amount of overlap between when my girlfriend goes to work and when I would be starting this job that she can get me to work. I'm just going to have to bring a backpack and lay her up and hoof it to get back home. It's only a couple miles away from our house, but that's just sort of where I'm at, and that's what I have to do. So,
when did you have your surgery?
That is a good question. I believe it was this past Monday. It would have been the 8th.
What kind of surgery was it?
I believe. I had lipomas removed from my left thigh. They're basically like non-cancerous tumors, but I had 3 removed from my thigh because they were getting pretty big. They were starting to hurt when I walked.
How long are you off
The
work
recovery
for that?
period, it shouldn't be too long. I'm waiting for the stitches in my incisions to heal. So a couple of more weeks at the very most, probably, if I were to guess. My instructions from the doctor said, 2 to 3 weeks of recovery.
Mr. Morales, yeah, I hear what you're telling me, but I don't know that you're hearing what the court is telling you. You are here for me to address the issue of contempt. I don't know if you understand what that means. That means I'm trying to decide whether I should send you to jail for not doing what you're supposed to be doing, which is have a job and make your payments.
Right, and I understand that, and I'm expressing to the court now that it is insanely difficult to find work when you don't have transportation.
There's a bus system. There are friends. There are people every day who get jobs and have jobs in your exact same situation. They don't have a vehicle. That happens routinely in northern Michigan. You have a person in your household who has a vehicle, apparently, because they're going to work every day, right?
And they work night shift, and it's not their responsibility to get me to work outside of their time.
It's not, but you can catch a ride.
No, I can't. That is what I'm telling you. That is what I've been telling you guys from the beginning. I do not have the support for this.
Why can't you? Hey, listen to me. Stop talking for a second. Why can't you catch a ride with the person in your household?
I haven't been able to find a job that lines up with her hours. She gets home at 6 in the morning. A lot of these jobs wanted me to start at 10 noon. I can't. Right.
So how far do you live? Tell me where you live.
I live in Boyne City. It is off Silver Street. It's like just outside of town, out of city limits, I guess. I don't know where city limits are. It's not that far, but I have been trying to find work that I have been able to walk to, and I have not been having much success. That is really where we're at. I've been looking for work. I have not found work. Like, it's pretty cut and dry. Like, I'm trying to do what I can. I'm just having trouble.
So how many job applications have you put out in the last month?
In the last month, I haven't put any out because I was dealing with Northern Staffing. They told me that they would have a position. I just had to come and interview with them. And I interviewed with them, and after my surgery, it should be ready to go. Got another week or two at this point.
Your surgery was December. Mr. Morales, your surgery was December the 8th.
Yes.
The order that I entered was in the beginning of November. So there's a whole month that went by before you had your surgery that you could have been working and you didn't.
Okay, well, I disagree. I've been doing what I can, and I'm tired of being told I'm not. I'm tired of it. I have been trying to find work. I have been getting told either A, I don't have enough experience for jobs I have applied to, or I just haven't heard back from people.
You told me you didn't apply to any jobs for a whole month.
Yeah, in the last month. I'm not talking about just the last month.
I am, because that's when I told you to get a job.
I have one lined up, Your Honor.
Great.
I can't do anything about
Where's the money for last month?
I don't have any.
So why shouldn't I send you to jail?
Why shouldn't you? I don't know. The decision is in your court. I am trying to do what I can. What I can right now is very limited, but I'm trying to do what I can with what I can. And so far, yeah, it's been rough, but I found an end to a place that I'm hopefully going to be starting employment within the next couple of weeks. It's been rough. It's been a shock to me, too. I've never gone almost an entire year without being employed. It has been unbelievably stressful. I have gaps in my resume, but not very many, and the ones that I have been justified. So I'm doing what I can. I understand that the process has been unbelievably slow. It is a frustrating thing for me, too. But I am doing what I can. I am limited in my resources and my support. But I think, as soon as my leg feels better and my incisions are fine, I think this job is a very decent potential for me. It's not exactly what I wanted, but, when you're at the point where you haven't worked in almost a year, you got to take what you can. And that's what I've been trying to do. I set my pride aside, and I tried, applying for jobs that I thought were maybe beneath me, or, whatever you want to call it. But at the end of the day, I understand work is work and I need money. And that's what I am trying to do, because court stuff aside, there's all sorts of personal things that not having money is a stressor for, too.
All right, Mr. Morales, I'm going to say some hard things to you, and I want you to just listen to them. I don't want to hear any response from you. I just want you to sit there and listen to this.
Okay.
What I hear from you is you talking yourself into believing that it's okay to not have any work for almost a year, and that you're worried. It sounds to me like you're worried more about your feelings, and you're worried about whether or not a job is below you or beneath you, Quite frankly, that is a...
No.
I didn't ask you to respond at all, sir.
What you asked. This is ridiculous.
Mr. Morales, I did not ask for you to say a thing. I asked you to sit there and listen to what I'm saying to you.
I don't agree with what you're saying.
Mr. Morales, I did not ask for you to speak. Sit and listen. What I'm hearing from you is that you're not working absolutely as hard as you possibly can to get a job. That is the bottom line. It does not matter what your feelings are. It doesn't matter how easy it is. It doesn't matter anything else. You have an obligation to pay what you're supposed to pay, period. Now, I'm going to give you an opportunity to get this job that you've been talking about. But by all rights, I should be sending you to jail. So I need you to grow a pair and get a job and make your payments. Period. End of story. I don't want to hear any more excuses like you've given me today. If this job doesn't work out, and if you don't make your payment in full by January, we're going to set a hearing in January, and if the payment is not made in full before the next hearing, there is no question. You will go to jail, you will not collect $200, and you will not pass go. Have I made myself absolutely clear?
Crystal, Your Honor.
Thank you. Go do what you're supposed to do. That's all for today. Mr. Spillane, please set this for January the 23rd.
You got it.